Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who's actually brand new in the Superchat family. They've just been with us a couple of times now. This is Katherine Loves Cats. And usually over the last 4 years, when I feature a channel in Superchat, they've been with us for some period of time, giving me a chance to get to know the channel, the creator, and seeing some kind of generosity that's over and above what we typically talk about here that would prompt me to want to feature a channel like this. However, Katherine Loves Cats has a bit of a special story here already, where we did our 700th episode just last week and did a giveaway for now what is the third time. We did it in number 500, 600, and 700. We always do something a little bit different. But Katherine Loves Cats messaged me on the side and let me know that they're, kind of part-time with their YouTube channel right now and would like to forward their prize, which was a couple of books for YouTube knowledge from Daryl Eves and the Think Media team. And she said she'd like to pass that along to somebody who is kind of working harder on their channel right now and would be able to benefit from them well. So I asked in return, okay, where did you find Tuberchat? Who was it that led you to us? She let us know that Jesse Miller Unboxings and More was where she found Superchat. So we forwarded that prize over to Jesse Miller. But I thought that was an incredibly kind and generous thing to have done. Giveaways and things like that are typical on a lot of channels here on YouTube. And of course, in our lives, there's lots of opportunities to win, all kinds of different things, large and small. And it's very easy for things to sit on a shelf, gather dust, and never be looked at again. So I think it makes it that much more special that this creator had in her heart the idea of making sure that somebody else benefited. And I know that Jesse Miller will be excited for that. So I wanted to feature this channel right away. And I feature a different channel almost every single day here in Superchat based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. And so therefore, I hope everybody will connect with Katherine Loves Cats. She's already doing well at over 3,200 subscribers, posting frequently. She's got a brand new video here too. I'm going to put this one into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then Katherine Loves Cats talks about subscription boxes and sharing their pets. They talk about skincare, makeup, and much more. You can read that on their About page. There's a channel I'm still getting to know, of course, but they've already done well with some shorts also, getting into 6,000, 9,000, one over 91,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams on the channel, we see that she is going live a couple of times a month. So hopefully everybody, again, will connect with Katherine Loves Cats. Obviously, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, even only having been with us for a short time so far. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. That's a bit of a longer intro than usual. And I've got quite a few names on our wheel already. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures, of course, are in the top 2 positions. They are 2 of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of now 7 years. The Stock Explorer let us know that they're at the beach today in Florida. So, but they came by to wish us well. And they're a member and a moderator, of course. Our dear friend Jaden, who has been with me now for about 3.5 years, if I remember right, is celebrating a birthday tomorrow. So unfortunately, we won't be streaming tomorrow, but we wanted to wish Jaden a happy birthday. Many of you know him here. And then he's working hard in school, of course, all year. I see Ace Flaw 1 and Pamsky's Crafty Heart here. I'm going to add them to the wheel. I just put Dutch Fly 61 on there. They picked up a gifted membership from Izzy Pop. So I'm going to put Izzy Pop up right now. We'll continue our introductions. Canadian Family Life and Chris's Creation Fun were both early in the door. And Izzy Pop's changed their name just slightly, but a couple of times. They got a brand new banner and avatar as well. Fazio to King, Naruto Luffy, Goku, Jennifer Ocean Homestead is in the house. Controversial Cruising is here. I think I missed a live stream for you. Were you live last night and this morning again? I think Controversial Cruising is a very active channel. The Debbie Way Gaming might be brand new here in Tuberchat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then I see Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK is in the house. Prez the Investor is back. He's been here a few times now, very much connected to Lisa J. Stocks. They've done several live streams together. I know she's here too. Irish Train Guy, forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time in Tuberchat. We've got quite a few friends from Ireland and quite a few train spotting channels actually. And then, yeah, Prez the Investor, it can be tough to keep up at times. My recommendation for anybody who's fairly new to Tuberchat is just to take your time, reach out to people one by one. There's always new people to meet, and things get a little more calm after the first, let's say, half hour or hour. Oh, it's Gaming with Debbie. Of course, yes, the Debbie Way Gaming. I should have known that by thinking about that, but thank you for letting us know. A few channels have changed their name. Crafty Leo, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello and drop a thumbs up. Nanny Tam is here. Carnival Cruise Addicts is being added to the wheel. Rambling with the Brooms is Scott. I had the pleasure of meeting him last Saturday, just a week ago. We were out for dinner with Brampton Gardner and Just Jason Keto and more in Toronto, and that was a good time. He's here as a member and a moderator, of course, so I got him on the wheel. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Dutchfly61 picked up that gifted membership. I got them on the wheel. Don Aaron Loving Hands Creation, good to see you in the house as well. Sweet Thumb is here. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know Creative Beauty Butterfly has been here for a while already and is here every day. William Birding the Tires, good to see you in the house as well. And Boss Quackers I haven't seen yet today, but they've been with us almost every day, as a matter of fact. You must know that. Wayne, these creators are quite tight together. Izzy Pop is up on the screen right now. This is an overly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They started our stream today by gifting a membership. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. A brand new colorful banner along with a brand new avatar. This creator let us know on their About page, they've just changed that up too a little bit, talking about diversity in ideas. The conversation can pretty much go anywhere once we're there. Lately, they've been doing a lot of animations with music, and then as well, this creator's done a lot of live streaming, so I see that they've kind of reset and restarted, but I've been there with them for several live streams. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. They're usually live a few times a week. Literally, the conversation can go anywhere, but I enjoy my time in Izzy Pop's live streams because in between random conversation that literally could be, you know, about anything at all, driven by a chat, of course, this creator also, I've caught them more than once saying pleasant things about other creators, and I'm always happy to see that kind of things. And then starting over, yes, can be hard. One of the things I recommend to anybody who has not already done it, if you're thinking about resetting, thinking about restarting, thinking about quitting or anything else, I hope you'll talk to me first. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Not because I want to discourage any kind of behavior. I want everybody to do what they want to do. I want everybody to get out of YouTube what they want to get out of it. However, a lot of times what we see are people who have channels decide to stop and then are back 2 weeks later. And it is very unfortunate when people delete a lot of content. What I can do is help you understand how to back a lot of it up. It's actually very easy. you can download from YouTube Studio all of your content. Now, it can take up a lot of space. We're talking video here, so we're talking potentially gigabytes and gigabytes of data. But with either an outboard hard drive, something like this, or even this, an older one, or a cloud service, you might be able to back things up, and then a lot of times people will re-up a bunch of the stuff that they've taken down. These are just ideas. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is the second channel from Rambling with the Brooms. I'm going to put that onto my wheel so that I don't forget to put that channel up when it comes up. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Big Family Expedition, good to see you here. Thank you one more time, Izzy Pop, for another gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and at least you're well versed in what we're doing here in Tuberchat as well. Izzy Pop has been a overly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter all the time they've been here. So restarting, at least we know, can be easier than ever before. I'm not saying it's easy, but at least you know you've got a community right away that is, here either already supporting or ready to support. And then Together We Travel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Darren has been doing quite a bit over here. Moz6510 Models is in the house. They're just dropping a super chat, and they've done that kind of thing countless times before. As a matter of fact, we're going to see something where they talk about that. All in fun, of course. And Nanny Tam's got a new iPad, which is great to see. And we'll be looking forward to more content from you. And Ron's Keto Cafe is in the house. I'm just catching up with the chat a little bit. We're going to talk about Carnival Cruise Addicts in a quick second. They did a live stream last night. Actually, am I mistaken? No, I caught you last night, right? It was a game show. Yeah, this was really cool. There's Controversial Cruising with them as well. So it was about 4 channels, I think, that I know of that were streaming together, which was cool. They were having a lot of fun. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Thanks for being here. Ron's Keto Cafe's on the wheel. String is back. We'll get them onto the wheel as well. And String is fairly new in Tuberchat. They've just been with us a couple of times now. And then when we look at Carnival Cruise Addicts, we're going to talk about a lot of cruising and travel content, of course. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. It's funny what Nanny Tam says. Yeah, editing on a phone. Now, to be honest with you, I don't think I've even tried it yet. I can't remember for the life of me if I actually ended up trying to edit an entire video on a iPhone with iMovie or not. I'm sure I attempted it for 2 seconds, probably got frustrated and just went back to the computer. Tamika Davis, good to see you in the house. My vision, of course, I wear glasses and this and that, and I'm at a point I can't read small text. When I'm at a restaurant, I have to double check the bill. I have to use the phone to brighten it up, and as it is, I use my main phone is an iPhone 11, and I have it in big text mode or zoom mode, right? And then I try not to get into the bigger phones. There's nothing wrong with it, but when you get those Samsung Ultra Pros and the iPhone Pro Max Ultra, whatever they're called, it's nice to have a bigger screen, but I tend not to end up doing that. And I'm lucky enough to be in a computer most of the time, but we do have tons of creators that are using just a phone. Actually, I have a really interesting conversation that will be coming up with Unstable TV from Ireland, where they let us know that as soon as they stopped with the, let's say, better equipment, cameras and things like that, and just went strictly to the phone, their channel took off. And that's a really interesting story. And we've got a few people. I'm not sure who all is editing on computers or phones, what programs we're all using. Once in a while we do polls and stuff like that. But it can be done. Absolutely. And then... Oh, Don Aaron Loving Hands Creation. So yeah, what we're doing here in Tuberchat, you'll find people from all different niches and categories that can give a strong, solid foundation to your channel because these people will support regardless of the content. The other thing, way to look at that actually though, is let's say for instance, you're letting us know that you do crafts right on your channel. And somebody like myself probably wouldn't have been on YouTube searching for crafting channels. However, now that I've got a lot of crafting friends, I take that much more interest in the idea of different crafting. Like I was introduced to junk journals. We got a lot of friends who crochet, knit. I don't know if you want to consider those quite the same as crafting. Mod 6510 Models does scale modeling. You know, there's a lot of similar things here, but you can make fans of the entire genre or category just from your content. So when you think about that, other creators who are doing the same thing and drawing in new people are part of the reason why you're going to find your channel growing with more people interested in crafting over a long period of time, if that makes sense. Honcho Gaming, good to see you here. Carnival Cruise Addicts, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We're going to talk about their content for a quick second. And Boss Quackers, there you are. Good to see you in the house. Dark Swordsman Gaming is a longtime friend as well. Lucy Warren's World has been with us frequently lately also. Forgive me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. When we look at Carnival Cruise Addicts, we see that there was a influx of travel and cruising content that started to come through the Superchat family just a couple of years ago, after a few years of not being able to see a lot of travel content. We all know what I mean, I'm sure. I'm just going to grab your latest video from the Carnival celebration. It looks like you're at port that day. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up and watch another piece of content from these creators. Big fans of Carnival Cruise Line, and I was lucky enough to work on a cruise ship once 100 years ago for one summer. I worked for Celebrity, but the story at the time was that Carnival is where the party's at. So they'll give us a look at that on their channel. We see some of the shorts have gotten into 3,000, 6,000, one over 10,000, which is great to see. And then live streams. So they were live yesterday. They're going to be on again tomorrow. So hopefully I'll catch that 4,000 hour watch hour celebration, which is great to see. And forgive me for not being certain, is that a monetization celebration? Or is that as celebrating the milestone of 4,000 hours of watch time and then you'll do monetization afterwards as a separate celebration? I'm just curious to know. I see you got the super chat button there, so that'll be really cool to see either way. The Gambler After Dark, good to see you in the house. And the Numismaniac. My dear goodness, the Numismaniac sometimes has silly things to say. That is the Skipper, as he's known on his channel, a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and has that membership going as well. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. Roadkill Gaming Jory, good to see you in the house. Here in Tuber Chat, we always put members on the wheel right away as soon as we see them in the chat, but after a long period of time, usually a couple hours from now, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We expect to be here for 3 hours total, another 2.5 hours. Rambling with the Brooms, yes, we all had a great night with Just Jason, Keto, and more. Brampton Gardner and one of Scott's friends that came along, another city councilor from his area. Interesting conversation for sure, and a vibrant restaurant we were at in Toronto as well, downtown. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting, I've got you on the wheel. Good to see you here. There's Just Jason, Keto, and more right now. And I've been lucky enough to meet up with him a couple of times now. So Carnival Cruise Addicts, I hope everybody will connect with them. They are very close to their 1,000 subscribers, an exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. William Burning the Tires, thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to give a hello. Let's get String ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Super Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I don't know how on earth I can possibly continue to make as many mistakes as I do. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. You can hear me literally getting frustrated with myself. Moz6510 Model sent a super chat, and I just said we're going to put that channel on the screen. We'll do that in another second here. So forgive me. Luckily, we're all friends here. I've got something special to show you when it comes to Moz6510 Models, too. And I just mentioned the idea that he does scale modeling. I don't know if anybody could consider that crafting, but possibly in a roundabout sort of way, right? We're people who are creating things. Joseph Powers, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Geek Studios, good to see you here. They've changed their name. I'm going to try to remember that, but Joseph Powers, good to have you in the house. And then growing organically, Don Aaron, Loving Hands Creations. What I talk about most often here when it comes to growing organically is the idea that consistency plays a big part. We can talk about live streams, we can talk about shorts, which can both draw in activity, subscribers, and engagement. But in my opinion, with all the channels that I've touched or run in the last 7 years, videos drive the channel. Right? Live streams don't get a lot of replays in most cases. Shorts videos seem to have a short life, even though it might be large. We've got friends that have got shorts into the hundreds and thousands and even a couple into the millions of views. But when they stop, it seems. Whereas videos can go on for basically ever and ever and even get new bursts of life. So what I recommend is if anybody can get to the place of, if this makes sense, of posting 1 video per week. Now, if you're doing live streams and shorts, that's fine as well. But 1 quality piece of content, and I'm really talking about videos per week, is enough to make a channel grow organically. We're not trying to make a video that everybody's going to like. That's really hard to do. We're actually doing that every time we put a video out. But what is a easier way to look at that is we're building a catalog of content on our channel, knowing that eventually some of the videos will carry the whole channel. Happens on every channel that I touch or run. Once you have 100 videos out there, you'll find that about 10 of them, only your top 10 could be your top 10, right? And I promise you, it's almost always a surprise. When you make videos, one that you think is going to do really well doesn't move, and then one just becomes a surprise. We've got creators here in the chat with a few stories like that. And then thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. They're doing a streaming marathon. The Bud Files is here. Globies Travels is here. And forgive me again, Moz6510 Models. I think I did that to him last time, too. He dropped a super chat. We always put super chatters on the screen right away when I don't forget. And I think I did that the last time he was here. But we'll look at his channel in a moment. Now, String is new to tuberchat. This, I think, is the second time we've got this channel on the screen. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I'm taking the longer of the 2 latest ones. Every minute matters, right? And that will give me a chance to watch another piece of content. And one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in live streams, and premieres and things like that. I get to know the content, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time also. And this creator has got a channel talking about tough love when it comes to the idea of parenting. So it's a channel I'm still getting to know. We're going to have to see what they're going to come up with here. But hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're already doing really well, it seems, and posting videos frequently. And then what we're going to do right now is take a break for 3.5 minutes. I'm going to show you a clip right before our regular break, and then we'll come back. Let me just see who we're going to look at, because I'm going to show you something special from Moz6510 Models right now. We have some exciting content coming up right after next week, which is our 4-year anniversary on Saturday, as a matter of fact. And then right after that, I'm going to release a podcast series of which Moz 6510 Models is a part. What we've done is grabbed a few creators who've been with us over the course of our YouTube journey and have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So we're going to go for quite a few minutes here, and then we'll come back with Just Jason, Keto, and more. String, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. So let's go, and we'll get right back.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuberchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime,
Okay.
but we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend, and Tuberchat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap there it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Superchat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz 6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is and also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And I'm just cleaning up the wheel here, adding a couple sections on there. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that clip from our dear friend Moz6510 Models, who brings us a channel talking about becoming a better scale modeler. And he's often working on the bench, and he's often dropping videos, frequently actually. And then he has some shorts on the channel as well. But the clip that I played right before we went on that break there is just a small 3-minute segment out of almost 2 hours of content coming up. So we've got a podcast series coming up that features our friends Two Pineapples, Moz6510 Models, and Unstable TV already. They've all been recorded. They're all ready to go. And I will release that podcast series right after our 4-year anniversary next week, so that everybody can hear insight from creators who've been with us, past 10,000 subscribers, and are continuing to grow. Just Jason Keto and More is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator I've been lucky enough to have the chance to meet in person a couple of times now, fellow Canadian. Of course, he's got a brand new banner, and he often mixes up his avatars and freshens those up a little bit. This creator's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He posts frequently. He's very well known for a lot of recipes and product reviews, helping us with healthy eating and healthy living, especially when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. So he's working on 2,500 subscribers now as well. And he's got a lot of guests that join him on his channel to share their insights as well, their life experiences, their tips, and their tricks when it comes to healthy eating and healthy living. Once in a while, you see him do something different, like take us outdoors or unbox a product on the channel. But Just Jason Keto and More is very much known as a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here, somebody who wants to help other people with informative content and is willing to head out to places like Keto Palooza to bring us a lot of that as well. Tons and tons of recipes on the channel, all easy to follow, only with a few ingredients. And we notice he's got a hint here in his shorts videos about healthy looking grilling shorts, where some of these have really started to move. 5,000, 6,000, one over 22,000, which I've seen, of course. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator also is live every Thursday night at 7:30 Eastern. Last week, he actually switched things up and brought us a cook-along live stream where he made 2 different things. And then typically he's talking keto on his live streams and has a vibrant community willing to participate in the chat, where we have questions and comments, and there's an entire informative support system there where people will share their tips and tricks and life experiences as well. Sometimes Just Jason Keto and More has guests with him on his live streams. Sometimes it's in the videos. Sometimes it's a mix of both. But this creator is incredibly supportive to others as well, and an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuberchat family as well. So I hope everybody will help push him towards that 2,500 subscribers. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Next up is Jennifer Ocean Homestead. This creator just dropped a super chat, and we always put channels up onto the screen right away. When that happens, we put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and about an hour from now, or somewhere thereabouts, I'll start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody as well. And then thank you, Jevin Richardson. Yeah, they've got baseball frequently now, actually. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is another creator that comes to us from New Brunswick, and they give us quite a story on their About page to let us know what to expect from the channel. They've just been posting for a couple of months already, a month and a half or so, they let us know that. But posting frequently, which is great to see. And I've been through a few of their videos already. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that these have started to move as well. So some of these are really moving also, because they've got one at 5,000, one at 7,000, and another one here at 10,000 already, which we know is still getting views, and it'll take another couple of days to probably settle, and that'll take the top position over here, which is great. This creator's got over 200 subscribers now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. And then you have Vicky Wells. Thank you for being here. It's after doing it 705 times, right? Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you for a super chat as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before. We'll put their channel up on the screen next. Typically on homesteading channels like Jennifer Ocean Homestead here, we see a mix of indoor and outdoor content. You get that idea right away when you start to dig through some of the thumbnails. And again, from New Brunswick, so a fellow Canadian here. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Like I said, push them towards that 300. And next, we will look at Dark Swordsman Gaming. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So thank you again, Jennifer Ocean Homestead and Dark Swordsman Gaming, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. String did the same thing earlier, and absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. Matthews Bushcraft, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Dark Swordsman Gaming, we see a creator who brings us a mix of different gameplay. I see they've got a Tomb Raider video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They posted a few videos yesterday, which is great. 164 subscribers as well. Pardon me. When we get into live streams, we see that they mix up a lot of different gameplay here. Also, a lot of popular titles like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, and Stardew Valley, I believe, is on their channel as well. Dark Swordsman Gaming is a longtime friend now. They've been with us for what I feel like is a couple of years. I could be mistaken, and hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I actually lose track sometimes of some of the friendships and how long they've gone on for. But Dark Swordsman Gaming would love to push towards the 200 subscribers we know they're thinking about. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment. Let's see what is happening with I Am Betty J Gathers in the house. She is another longtime friend who is always smiling, always energetic. We are probably happy enough to have received hundreds of thumbs up because of her friendly and energetic reminders here in Tuberchat. She also is an advocate for helping others grow on her channel. And what she focuses on is living your best life over 60, but 99% of what she talks about or more, I think, can be related to just about everybody. She does a lot of vlogging lately. She is bringing us a look both into her home. She takes us out with her on different adventures and gives us some information as well as entertainment in her vlogs. And then pardon me just for 1 second. So a question for DJs Adventures and Beyond. Yeah, so DJs Adventures and Beyond, you can go live with the other apps. I think you only have to have 100 subscribers. They might have even changed that now to go live with the YouTube app. But lots of my friends use Prism. I use Streamlabs. It seems to be the most popular one. But there's other apps as well. You can go live from a GoPro and things like that. but I prefer Streamlabs, but I do it all the time. And the restrictions that come along with live streaming can be bypassed by using these third-party programs. The only thing you want to do is make sure you go into your channel settings to make sure that you've got the features unlocked. A lot of times people want to do their first live stream and then find out they have to wait 24 hours because they had to click a button. But if you double check that all that stuff's ready to go, then you should be ready. You can always do a test stream as well. Just leave it unlisted, make sure that it works, and then restart. But absolutely, with you, long before 1,000 subscribers, you can live stream, and I really do think it's even just 100 with the YouTube app. Vicky Wells is still in the house. Hugo Homestead is here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And when we look at, Destination Fun is here. Good to see you in the house. Todd Projects, good to have you back also. They were with us last time. I am Betty J. Gathers as well, does a lot of live streaming on her channel, and she talks to us about healthy eating and healthy living a little bit as well. A lot of intermittent fasting she's talked about. The conversation can go anywhere once it starts. Sometimes she starts a live stream with a theme, and sometimes she's got guests on the channel as well. I've seen her on other panels with other creators. You get an idea of that here. And then she also is inspiring. I'd like to think she inspired Trish the Natural to start live streaming because they've started appearing together on a couple of these. Where did it go? Yeah. So as well, I am Betty J. Gathers has got some shorts coming up to 8,000, 9,000, even 10,000 views and beyond. And she's got a live stream scheduled for the 1st of May, which is just a few days from now. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships, of course, when we get there. Key Kitchen and more, good to see you in the house. I just ran into them, I think, this morning in another live stream. Forgive me for not remembering which one. I was in a few things this morning. I actually got a late start to the day, but I was lucky to catch Butler Family Farm. They're at a 10-killer meetup again. Last year they called it the Mid-America Meetup, where 80 channels worth of creators and supporters all got together. So they're streaming that right now. Michael's Adventures is coming up right now. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention tuberchat connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Michael's Adventures. We got to make sure we get to the right channel here because it's a popular name. But our Michael's Adventures have been with us for long over 3 years now. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator here and has over 3,500 videos on his channel. He posts every single day, and on the weekends, sometimes twice a day as well. He's got a lot of wildlife and nature on his channel. He follows a lot. He's got a few visitors that come around, like raccoons, foxes, deer. There's lots of bird watching on the channel. I'm just going to set some of the notifications for the premieres here. Sherry Habbing, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Please let me know if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but I'll assume it's Sherry Habbing if you don't correct me, but it's good to have you here. And hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description for how to get the most time out of, or value out of your time here. So some bird watching is coming up tomorrow from Michael's Adventures. If we dig through his videos far enough, we'll find some ride-along live streams, or sometimes he takes us out for a walk around his area and stories to be told as well. When we get into shorts on the channel, there's a little bit more outdoor content, a lot of lottery ticket scratching, a slot game on a tablet, for instance, and Michael's Adventures is an over-the-top generous creator when it comes to the idea of helping others, particularly when it comes to watch hours and playlists and things like that. So again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other, please just simply say so in the chat. Now, I did mention Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuberchat. And there you go. I say it close to right. I don't think I quite pronounce it properly, but thank you, Huga Homestead. I think what they're saying is it's actually pronounced Huga. And I don't know if I could pronounce that properly, right? Sometimes when we try to pronounce things in other languages, we, our accents come through, and some languages have sounds in their, within their vocabulary, or however you want to put it, that isn't quite the same as what we have. And so it's like Habing. Okay, so I pronounced that incorrectly. I wondered about that, but I thought I'd catch that. Yeah, Habing must be it. But thank you for that, and thank you, Huga Homestead, for the assistance with that as well. But yes, Huga Homestead. And they let us know what their channel is all about and what the meaning of the word Huga is when we first get there in the About section before we even get into the content. They've been a long time friend. Crochet Loving Leanie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they're coming by just to support. They don't do content right now, but it's great to have you here, and I appreciate you coming in to say hello and support, of course. And then we'll be ready for you if you do decide to produce content at some point. And then Travel Escape with the Brooms is up on the screen right now. This is a new channel from Rambling with the Brooms, Scott, closer to our nation's capital of Ottawa. I met up with him the other day, along with Just Jason, Keto, and more, and Brampton Gardiner in Toronto. We all went out for dinner for a few hours there. He's got some travel content planned there on Travel Escapes with the Brooms. Rambling with the Brooms is his channel where he brings us typical homesteading content. Another fellow Canadian, like I said. So he's getting very close to 3,000 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit closer. Lots of indoor content here, but he will take us out as well, sometimes for some traveling, sometimes a look around the property, and then sometimes as well, Rambling with the Brooms will be found in the Sugar Shack, making that famous Canadian maple syrup that we're known for so well. And then Rambling with the Brooms, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. There's a shorts video that he did. Brampton Gardiner, she loves the thumbnail there. That's Brampton Gardiner right there. But that shorts video features myself and Just Jason, Keto, and more as well. Rambling with the Brooms has done well with these shorts. Some of that famous Canadian winter weather has got him up to 3,000, even 8,000 views almost. Very close. And then when we get into live streams, he's got a couple of series of live streams, which are known as Procrastination Thursdays and Shenanigan Fridays, although he was in Toronto for a few days, so I'm sure he'll be back to his regular schedule this week. He's also known for doing a lot of pop-ups. He's also got a special project going on his channel. Now, he's always been an advocate for helping others grow, especially when he finds channels under 100 subscribers. He's a moderator on at least dozens of channels, if not hundreds. I think he said 140 channels the other day. And then Rambling with the Brooms will head out to a lot of meetups and things like that. He'll likely be back to his regular schedule, but he's got a special project coming up, which is a cruise that's going to be leaving from Seattle to Alaska for a week in August of 2025. They're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters over there as well. Duchess of Darkness, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Fever Dream Animation, not sure if I said hello. Good to have you here. And then Canadian Family Life and her husband Chris's Creation Fun are going to come up right now. And then Jevin Richardson, I'm always good. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you are too. Canadian Family Life is also from New Brunswick, a fellow Canadian as we would expect. And this creator lets us know that they bring us cooking videos, daily life, family fun, gardening. They've got an impeccable container garden, which is actually featured in the thumbnail right there. But as well, they bring grocery hauls, Happy Meal videos, shoutouts for other creators, and a lot of family togetherness on the channel as well. This is one of the fastest growing channels in the Tuberchat family over the last 4 years. They hit 3,000 subscribers just after being on YouTube for about a year. And I believe that the biggest reason is because Tiffany, the creator behind the channel, is so unbelievably supportive to others. She's here with us in Superchat every single stream for hours at a time. I know not everybody can be, but I like to recognize it sometimes, right? And Canadian Family Life's got a new video as well. Let's take this, a mail call video, a happy mail video. We'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up and see what they've done there. You get an idea of what they're doing on the channel. They just did a trailer a few weeks ago as well, which was fantastic. They got the whole family involved in that. They've got some shorts here, and I say it all the time, but we remember Tiffany and Canadian Family Life getting to 2,500 videos on views on one of their shorts. And then now they've got a few at that level and one that's long surpassed at 5,500, which is great to see. So as we continue to post, we see things grow more and more. I know it makes sense and goes without saying, but I pointed out just because hopefully everybody can take inspiration from the idea that, yeah, the more we post, especially it seems to be with shorts, eventually some of these things take off. And like I said earlier in the stream, only the top 10 can ever be the top 10, but you're going to find those numbers jumping as well, which is great and can be motivating and inspiring. Canadian Family Life goes live occasionally, usually once a month or so. Sometimes it's Tiffany, sometimes it's the family, and the chat is always vibrant as well, as she's so supportive to others. It comes back to her with live stream chats as well. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in when we look at Chris's Creation Fun. This is Tiffany's husband. And he started with 3D printing and continues that today. But he's also got a couple of do-it-yourself videos here, fixing that 3D printer and working on some solar equipment as well. As these creators, I would like to consider a part of almost the homesteading type of content. So Chris's Creation Fun will likely expand that content soon. He's at 94 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards the first 100. We know the first 100 is as challenging as ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Together We Travel. Good to have you here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat again. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is coming up next. Let's go for another break for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. I see I missed a couple of channels today. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, it's good to have you here. I'm going to put you back on the wheel. Home Bartending with John might have been here. I didn't see them earlier. If you're still here, just let me know. I'll put you onto the wheel right away. And we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a little while longer, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We're usually here for 3 hours, so we still got another 2 hours to go if everybody would like to stay that long. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen, and we'll get to as many as we can. Twin Brook Acres, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Marguerite Mitchell, good to have you here also. And Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is another channel I'm still getting to know, but we got a few friends that actually do quite a bit of metal detecting that have come through the Tuberchat family. It's really interesting to see. I'm always happy to see the coins and different metals that they come up with. I say metals, but what I mean is precious metals-ish ideas. But they really come up with some interesting artifacts, if we want to call it that. I'm going to put this latest video from this morning into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with the channel. When we get into shorts videos, you can see some of the ideas behind what these creators are able to find. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting has thumbnails that just give you a perfect example of what to expect on the channel. Let's look at their About page for a quick second. So they're in Massachusetts, and they're going to try to find some artifacts in some of the oldest areas of colonial history. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've got one of these set up for tonight, actually. So 500 sub appreciation party, even though they're already almost at 6, which is great. They're growing rapidly. So hopefully we'll join them for that. And then I've got the notification on for that. We always set notifications for everything that we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. That's just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Slim Jim Longfoot, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. We've got another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Pamsky's Crafty Heart is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're always very excited to know that they can help other people grow. They've said wonderfully kind things about Superchat when I've been lucky enough to catch her in a live stream, and she streams frequently. Actually, she's also at 580 subscribers, so she's working on 600. It's not going to be very long. She's growing rapidly, but she wants to help others grow as well. She lets us know she's a self-taught crocheter and a lefty. Crochet is their passion. They make lots of different things like baby blankets, scarves, and shawls. They donate a lot of what they make, which I think is a wonderful thing to be able to do. When you can buy supplies, you know, for different things and then create something that has much more meaning and value than the supplies that it took to put that together, especially when you're talented. I think that that is wonderful. And Pamsky's Crafty Heart is posting frequently as well. She's got quite a bit of happy mail going on also, so you can see the impact this creator has on others. When we get into her shorts videos, these have gotten into 2,400, 4,300 and beyond, which is great. Lots of variety here. Most creators here in the Tuberchat family are bringing pure variety into their shorts videos, regardless of their channel's category or niche. Pardon me. Speck of dust in my eye or something like that. Live streams on the channel. She got tons of these ready to go. She's live frequently. I've caught her many times already. And I'm setting notifications for everything, of course. And you can see she's on like every other day by the look of it, or pretty close to it. And like I said, working on 600 subscribers. So hopefully we can push her a little bit farther. She's here with us in Superchat every day as well, or every time we stream. And we're usually here at least 3 times a week. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Globy's Travels is coming up right now, and this is a creator that lets us know they're going to bring us travel content, even if it's from touristy places around their home or when they take us far away. So it's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they give us quite a story on their About page so that we can understand what we're going to expect from the channel. But you get an idea just from the thumbnails here of all the different touristy destinations that they're taking us to. And then when we get into shorts videos on the channel, we see that these have already started to move into 3,000, almost 4,000, and almost 7,000 views, which is great to see. Like most creators, lots of variety here, but seems to be all in line with their content, talking about these touristy destinations and the different types of travel they're going to engage in and bring to us. Todd Projects is asking about swapping playlists. So the idea is it's a simple arrangement where you connect with another creator and you're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for them. They're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for you. You can imagine that by getting a lot of different creators over time to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are going to start to grow. But there's a couple of other reasons why I push it on Tuberchat, and one of those reasons is because when somebody runs a playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end, which can bump up the averages on your channel for retention, of course. And then as well, you're trading favors with another creator. That's a great way to get a friendship started. You'll find yourself favoring those who have done for you, and you will also find yourself being favors for those you have done different things for. And it's an easy arrangement to make, especially because we're only talking about running a playlist, not necessarily sitting and watching every video from every creator. You can see I've got a computer going on in the background there with 4 playlists going on right now. So you can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out, on another device or on another window on a computer. And you can imagine over time, as you build friendships with other creators with which you have traded favors, if that makes sense, you will find your watch hours growing exponentially because your friends will be there for most of what you come out with moving forward, right? Nancy B. the Scratcher is another longtime friend, and they are now monetized, so that's wonderful. Please let us know, Nancy B. the Scratcher, if you're going to do a monetization celebration. And for everybody here in the chat, whenever you have a very special live stream or celebration of any kind, I would love it if you would let me know, either here or especially on the outside social networks. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Lots of creators celebrate anniversaries, like this channel's 4-year anniversary is next week. Lots of people celebrate birthdays and do live streams for that. And then, of course, monetization celebrations are the one thing I try never to miss no matter what I'm doing, even if I have to be on a phone. But just please let us know. And then AceFlaw1 is another friend now for me over about 4.5 years, actually. This is Andy. He posts travel content. He's posting occasionally these days, but like I said, he's been at it a long time, and it's interesting to see that after 700 episodes of Tuberchat, he's still coming around as often as he can, lately every day, to support other creators. He gives us a bit of information on his About section, and then as well bringing a lot of variety into shorts videos. But one of these has already crossed over 1,600 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with AceFlaw1. They're here with us, like I said, just about every single stream, especially lately, but they've been with me personally long before Tuberchat was even a thought. Sean the Great Gamer is also monetized. That's awesome. Sean the Great Gamer is a longtime friend as well. Red's Homestead, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm uncertain if you're still locked out of the chat for that 20-minute time limit. Sometimes I believe super chats can get through, but you might be still waiting for a few more minutes. But I promise you that feature helps with spamming and trolling and things like that. That's why, like, fingers crossed, you don't see a lot of that here. Not to mention our moderators have all been at this for years as well. But I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put that channel up on the screen next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention tuberchat connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Red's Homestead is a little bit of a popular name for a channel as well. So what I'm going to do is I'll just drop the link for this channel. Bautissimo is no longer with us. One of the robots will probably drop a link in a moment for them as well. There it is. Yeah, Streamlabs does it now. But there's the link to get to them. When we look at a brand new channel, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take your 18-minute video here, the planting strawberries one. I'm going to put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Now, Red's Homestead is working on 600 subscribers. They've already got a short at 2,200 here, which is great to see, and they've already done a couple of live streams. So hopefully I'll catch you for those. Like I said, I put notification bells on for every single channel, and before our next stream, within the next 48 hours, I will have connected with you thoroughly. Thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And again, we always put super chatters on the screen right away. And then we're back to spinning the wheel now. And then thank you, Joseph Powers. Yes, great to know that you've restarted. We'll be looking forward to your new content. And then Dutchfly61 is coming up. This is somebody who's got a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuberchat family from the Netherlands. And Dutchfly61 picked up a gifted membership today from Izzy Pop. And they've been a member many times before. Dutchfly61 has got 1,400 subscribers right now. They bring us sky watching from the Netherlands, of course. They post occasionally. Sometimes they'll put 2 or 3 videos out within a couple of weeks. Sometimes it takes a few more weeks for another video to come out, but they got plenty for us to see here, and they let us know in the titles what to expect in the video so we can watch for it. They've got, like I said, 1,400 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. And they started with shorts. This is the first one they ever put out, which has over 4,400 views now. And then they're posting more and more, which is great to see. Those will likely continue to grow. They've got a couple more over 1,000 views. Dutchfly61 is a longtime friend. I probably described them a long time ago as coming in as a, with the homesteading community of channels. We had this influx of homesteading channels come in, and Dutchfly61, I think, has been with us for a couple of years now. So I could be wrong, of course. I start to lose track. Tuberchat's been here for 4 years now. Some of our friends have been with us almost from the beginning, so almost 4 years. But Dutchfly61 has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter all this time. Baked with Miss Red, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everyone. We'll spin the wheel again. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So we're also looking at controversial cruising now. And controversial cruising is sitting at 622 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. And Ron's Keto Cafe is asking a interesting question. They're thinking about starting another channel with just shorts videos. So my initial thought is for anybody thinking about a second channel. When we think about it, depends on what your goals are, let's just say. And it's not that I want to dance around the answer. It's just that I feel that most channels, the 99%, are better off putting all their content together unless the content doesn't complement the rest of the long form content, if that makes sense. If the shorts are different from the live streams and videos, then it could be an idea for like channels that do variety but find a series in shorts, for instance. But these are just ideas, and I don't even want it to be taken as advice. Just in my personal experience, I think a couple of people who have broken off into second channels for any reason could have been better off with one channel, even on a few channels that I run. One creator has 4 channels, and I think they would have been better off with 3. I actually threaten all the time to shut one of the channels down and move all the content back over, just because we're not putting enough content out on those channels. We just don't have the content available. So that's a thought. We all have to do what we, what's in our hearts or in our minds based on our experience and our intuition. But here's one of the biggest thoughts, right? When I talk about what your goals are and putting that at the forefront of your mind, this goes for everybody, right? When we're thinking about breaking our content up in any way. Is your goal views, or is your goal subscribers, or is your goal you want a play button one day because you want to have 100,000? Is your goal money that comes from monetizing channels and things like that? Because the goals are different, and the answers to every question we're going to have change when we think about what the goal truly is. We all would like to have bigger numbers. We'd like to have more subscribers. We'd like to have more views. But depending on what your goal is, the numbers may not matter as much, if that makes sense. Especially when we think about monetization. You want to make $100 a month or $1,000 a month on YouTube, I can help you with that, but you have to forget about the subscribers, forget about the views. They don't matter. What matters is maximizing the effectiveness of the messages you put out so that the monetization comes in the most efficient way, if that makes sense. Whereas, if you're like, no, I want 100,000 subscribers, it's a lot easier to get 100,000 subscribers on one channel than it is to get it on 2 different channels. You can imagine what I mean. Now, to disclaim, I haven't yet built a channel to 100,000 subscribers. Excuse me. I've got to be close now, I think, in combined. If I put my channels and one creator I still run channels for, if we put them together, there might be 100,000 there together. But that's over 7 channels now, 6 channels. So, but eventually, the idea might be that way. The Debbie Way Gaming is still in the house. Kadeem is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then, clean thumbnails help, the paid version of Canva. I think Canva does a great job even with the free version, to be honest with you. But, there's more included, of course, when you pay. So, these are just thoughts. I just wanted to add that in. So, again, I don't want anybody to take anything that I say as advice. My goal here in Superchat is never to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, even if it sounds like that. I don't mean for that, right? And again, like I said, a lot of the things that we think about depend on what the goal truly is. You know, so these are just ideas. Let's look at Controversial Cruising's content right now. This is a creator that also went live yesterday. So when I look at the live streams, there's that same match game that we saw with Carnival Cruise Addicts earlier. And Controversial Cruising's live frequently. Look at this. They've actually done like 3 or 4 live streams in the last couple of days. They're on all the time. They got tons and tons of friends that come on StreamYard panels. They bring a lot of fun. This is an incredibly energetic and dynamic creator. I'm going to grab their latest video as well. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. You can see that they're bringing all the different aspects of travel and cruising. And then they're a vibrant member, if that makes sense, or a member of a lot of vibrant communities, but they're, you know, Controversial Cruising certainly stands out, even when they're just in the chat, with enthusiasm. This creator's got 6,000, 7,000, even 12,000 on a few shorts. I think they're using Video Leap or CapCut there. And then videos come out frequently from this creator as well, almost once a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, push them towards the 700 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And then, yeah, Michael's Adventures. I'm on the honey, but I just... where I am, I seem to scream at the camera and I can't seem to get over it. I got to take that a little bit easy. But that's okay. What we're going to do right now is go for another 3.5 minute break. We're a minute or two early here, but we'll go for break again for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Nanny Tam. Probably should have waited a second before I dropped that poll in the chat, but I'm inspired here to do something a little bit silly. We looked at, thank you, Scratch and PPA. We looked at, I was looking at Nanny Tam's channel in the background here before we got off that break there, and we see that the one of the videos here, which I have not seen yet, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list right now, is peanut butter and peanut butter oatmeal walnut cookie. So there's actually 3 aspects to this. But I am a huge fan of the TV show The Office. As a matter of fact, I don't know how many people can notice this, but I have a little mini Dundee Award on my on the top of my desk there that was given to me by my family over Christmas. I think it's got candies in it or something. And in that TV series, there's a couple of jokes. They do it more than once where they talk about, one of the guys' name's Kevin in the show, where they put walnuts in the brownies and he doesn't like it at all. But yeah, I wonder about that. Yes, walnuts, obviously part of the nut family, can cause allergies and things like that. But I'm just curious because I think that's the first time I've seen peanut butter cookies, first of all, with oatmeal mixed, and secondly, with walnuts. So just ideas, but Nanny Tam's bringing delicious looking content, already collaborating with other creators as well. This was a big collaboration. We see a few channels with thumbnails like that. Pardon me, shorts on the channel as well. She's done spectacularly well. A few of these at almost 500 views, but one over 29,000, which is great to see. And this is a creator that's going to give us quite a bit of information on her about page, about what to expect from the channel, a little bit about her as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. Nanny Tam is fairly new. She's just been with us for what I think is not quite a month yet, but is here with us just about every day. And then Blessed to Crochet is going to do another channel they're talking about where they're going to be connecting creators, likely in a similar way to what we do here in Tuberchat. Fazio to King Naruto Luffy Goku still on the wheel. I got quite a few names on there still. Ron's Keto Cafe is on the screen right now. And this is another creator that wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. Particularly when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He was talking about the idea of possibly starting a second channel based on shorts only. So he's been posting quite a few shorts, especially lately. I think he's got these up to daily now. Some of these have moved up to about 800 views, which is great to see. And then again, you know, I won't go into it for too long, but when it comes to the idea of breaking off into a second channel, it just takes a lot of consideration, in my opinion, because it's a lot of work. I think we can all agree that YouTube and making videos and running a channel is more work than we thought it was going to be before we started. That goes for everybody. So trying to do it on 2 channels. Most of you know, for those of you who know me well enough, you know I have another couple of channels and I'm always behind. My personal channel, I don't have a video. Again, I got to stream today because I don't have a video. And Ron's Keto Cafe is up here, though. He's been posting fantastically. He's on almost every day, either a video or a live stream. 1,450 subscribers already, and then when we look into his videos, you see he's putting these out all the time. Lots of recipes on the channel. And Ron gives us some insight as to his own personal journey on a keto-based diet and lifestyle, losing over 100 pounds, far over 100 pounds now. But you can see he's posting like all the time. Looks like here even sometimes more than once a day. Shorts are frequent, and then live streams as well. So he's on at least once a week. I haven't caught him for a while. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. But I got notification bells on for every single channel. And then thank you, Blessed to Crochet. I'm going to look at your question in a second. Scully's House of Thrillers. Thank you so much. That's the author that reads to you. And I'm going to grab his latest video. I caught him for something the other day. I'm copying the wrong thing here. Scully's House of Thrillers. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. I caught him the other day, and I can't remember if it was for a premiere or a live stream. It might have been this. Can't be 3 weeks ago already, is it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it must have been that. It must have been dropped as a premiere. And then Blessed to Crochet, starting another channel. Did I miss a question? Yeah, Matthews Bushcraft. They actually lowered one of the restrictions, so you can have 3 million views in 90 days to get to the first level of monetization, and then 10 million to get to the second level, if that makes sense. Thank you, Todd Projects. Yeah, forgive me. I wonder, did I miss a question, Blessed to Crochet? Because I don't see a question. I see you mentioning that you're going to bring another channel, which I talked about. I talked about, you mentioned doing Canva. If I missed your question, if you don't mind, I'll ask you just to repeat it. I'm scanning through the chat, but I don't see a question. If you don't mind just repeating it again, and I'll keep my eyes open for that. And then Alex Tellisford, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Scully's House of Thrillers is here. And like I said, this is the author that reads to you. When you get to his About section, you get an idea of what he's going to bring us. But whether you like books on tape, which is something actually, I listen to a lot of audiobooks now. But if you'd like to hear your favorite story read out loud, he might do that as well. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's a longtime friend, actually. Scully's House of Thrillers has had quite a bit of impact on other creators over the years, and especially lately I've been hearing about them, probably because they're posting frequently. They've got over 4,400, almost 4,500 subscribers. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists could be a great tool for that. They've got some shorts over here as well. Some of these have gotten into now hundreds of views, which is great. And then live streams are fairly frequent. They're on every few days, actually, every couple of days. Maybe it was a stream. Maybe I caught you for this live stream a couple weeks ago. That's what I was thinking of. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scully's House of Thrillers, and they've been making frequent appearances here in Tuberchat lately as well. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here. I've got you on the wheel. Blessed to Crochet is going to go live in a few hours. And yes, and thank you, Michael's Adventures, as well. For anybody that hasn't already seen it, all the same music in the background of Tuberchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel set up for that, where there is a virtual 24-hour live stream. There's a virtual nightclub. It's got a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat, and we do link drops over there as well. We got quite a few friends helping out with watch hours, but I'm aggressively working on that as well. So if anybody's needing watch hours, you can also reach out to me directly if you'd like to. Instagram's the best way, but I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. The Bud Files is up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. This is a family of modern-day archaeologists that seek to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. And Scully's House of Thrillers, thank you one more time for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that several times. And then Alex Tellisford, I'm always good. Hopefully you are as well. So the Bud Files are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And these creators have really expanded their content over the last year. They continue to take us to abandoned locations, graveyards, cemeteries, and the like. They give us a lot of history on their channel. They have a Way Back Wednesday series. And they encompass a lot of different variety in their Way Back Wednesday videos. But then as well, the Bud Files give us a lot of opportunity to head thread indoors with them as well as outdoors for a lot of different family togetherness and adventure. They've got shorts on the channel that bring a lot more variety, so you get an idea of what to expect. When we get into 5,000 and 15,000 views, we know that they're doing well over here. When we see the live streams, they did a very quick one the other day, well, I guess a month ago. But I've hung out with them many times. They could be playing a game indoors. It could be virtual. It could be like pumpkin bowling was an idea. They could be singing, dancing, or just hanging out, giving us a chance to get to know them. They do a spectacular job with shout-out videos. They just did an 1800 shout-out video. There it is, yeah, and they'll likely have a 1900 one coming up any time now. That won't be very long for them. They're already at 1880 or so. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Bud Files. They literally seem to be everywhere all the time, and are part of the reason why I continue to use that term to describe such supportive creators. I run into them constantly out supporting others. Next up is Tales Told in the Dark. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So I just wiped off a lot of the things on the wheel, like those clear the wheel sections and the add a name section. Today's a little bit different. We haven't streamed on Saturday this early for a very long time. So it looks like we're going to be able to get to a lot more channels from the chat than we otherwise usually would have this early. Big Family Expedition I'm going to put on the wheel right now. To make up for our add a name section, and then very shortly, as we're down to 5 or 6 names, I'll continue to add 1 or 2 at a time based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We can stay for another hour if everybody, pardon me, would like to. So, Tales Told in the Dark is up here right now. This is a newer channel from Cassie, our dear friend from Oracles and Beyond. One of the things you're going to notice with this creator is when you listen to any of the content here, you're going to wonder how this creator is not a professional voice artist. Actually, they have a unbelievably pleasing and soothing voice. They've had that for a long time. They always give everybody a warm welcome into their chat. They're a vibrant member of many different communities, actually. And here, they're going to bring us ASMR, mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, scary stories, history, and much more. I'm going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then shorts on this channel bring a little bit of variety, but these have gotten into 4,000 and even well over 5,000 views now. Live streams. I guess I caught you for one a while back, but it must have been... Yeah, it's been a long while. They just did one a couple months ago. We'll see if they're going to do another one, but we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Tales Told in the Dark, Cassie, the creator behind this channel, has been with us for over 3.5 years now and is working on 1,800 subscribers on this channel. I'm just going to have a look at Oracles and Beyond. Last I looked, there wasn't new content, but let's have a look and see right now. Yeah, so it's been a little while since they've posted over here, but they've got more content on this channel and a lot of oracle readings, which can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, and what might be to come. So we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if Cassie's going to fire this one back up. And Scratch and Pete PA is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scratch and PPA up on the screen is known as a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family, one of the Most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. He is literally the reason why I started using the words "seems to be everywhere" all the time to describe him and some other creators, because he supports so many so much that most creators who've known him for any amount of time are going to say he's among their most supportive creators. Now here he's a beloved and dedicated moderator. Tuberchat itself would not be able to be what it is without this particular creator, and we've got quite a team of moderators that have all been with us for at least a couple of years, most of them 3 years or longer. Scratch and PPA's been here almost from the very beginning of Superchat. If you can imagine, he's literally been here over 650 times. And for hours at a time. So Scratch and PPA, though, on his channel brings an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. He pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the chance to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He always sets up his premieres a few days in advance. They're usually ready to go by Saturday. These are set up to fire off on Tuesdays at 12:15 Eastern. He posts with perfect consistency and has for 3.5 years now, or close to it. Scratch and PPA is also sitting at 2,000 subscribers. We're hoping we can push him towards the 2,100 we know he's thinking about. If you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats you've seen in the Tuberchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, and a few others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And Scratch and PPA has also got presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, bold avatar is matched by content in the thumbnails that have a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series as well. He's got one of my favorite lottery tickets. I don't do a lot of lottery ticket scratching. I have over a lifetime, occasionally I do them, this and that. But we have this one called Cash for Life, because he's a fellow Canadian. He's actually very close to where I am. But Cash for Life is a lottery that gives you either $1,000 a week for life or $2,000 a week for life. I've heard that, I've never won. I've heard that you can take a payout too, which has to be fantastic, right? They work out like, a couple of different mathematical figures to figure that out. But the idea of $1,000 or $2,000 a week, even Canadian, is still $700 American, right? Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you in the house. You were at prom last night. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been with me for over 4 years as well. He's always got interesting news in the chat, but hopefully you had a good time at that prom as well. Promote conscious parenting with the Harrises. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And our instructions are always in our video description to help you get the most value out of your time here, so that you can connect with other creators in the most efficient way and make sure that they stick, if that makes sense. And then, so the idea behind growth, I talk about it often, is that my recommendation for everybody is just to try to get to a place where putting out one piece of content per week, that's enough to make a channel grow organically. Reading the analytics often, not necessarily every day or every hour, but often as you can reasonably stand, even if you don't understand every single thing you see on every single page of the analytics, over time you'll start to know patterns, especially when you have a video that starts to really move. Then you'll be able to duplicate that success and push your top 10 videos or your top 20 videos a little bit harder, if that makes sense. So these are just ideas, but things that we talk about frequently here in Tuberchat. What we're doing is connecting with each other with the intent of supporting each other over the long term. And you'll hear from the stories that I tell about some of our friendships that have now gone on for 3 and almost 4 years. And how those friendships can give you a strong and solid foundation for your channel, because your friends are the ones who are going to support you the most, regardless of your channel's category or niche. You might even make fans out of your category or niche, or fans out of your friends, because of your category or niche, if that makes sense. The Gambler After Dark, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I always appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by to say hello. Baked with Miss Red, I know you've been here for a while. Forgive me for not saying hello earlier. I think I missed you. Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, is a longtime dear friend. She's one of these friends that has been with us for 3.5 years now. Mama Four Boys is a longtime friend as well. They've been with us long beyond a couple of years. And thank you, Scully's House of Thriller. See you soon. And thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Scratch and Pete PA is up on the screen right now, and we were talking about his typical content, but this creator as well expanded the content on his channel this year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts that show us different areas that he visited while he was there. And then he brought us his very first live stream as well, and has threatened the idea that he might do another pop-up stream at some point. So I know a lot of people will be excited to know that Scratch and PPA's expanded the content on his channel. And then thank you, Joseph Powers. And then I did see what you said about starting a second channel. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. And I added Irish Train Guide to the Wheel, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, as a member. So, of course, I put her on as soon as I saw her. And as we get back down to 5 or 6 names, I'll add 1 or 2 at a time. And we can stay quite a while longer if everybody would like. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention tuberchat connect and grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is here with 708 subscribers. We would love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. They're out there supporting creators all the time as well. I run into them probably every day. You can see that they talk about crochet, sewing, drawing, painting, gardening, thrifting, as well as a little bit of travel. And then shorts on Maritz's Yarn and Crafts have moved into over 800 views. Hopefully they'll post more and more here. And this is another creator who's here with us frequently. I think they try to be in Tuberchat almost every time we stream. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. Now, again, I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. We got a few friends that run the stream in the background as well, and one of our dear friends, who I've known now for almost 4 years, is Jaden. He's celebrating a birthday tomorrow. So I don't know if he'll be still listening now. I let him know I would give him that shout out at the beginning of the stream, but a lot of us know Jaden well, and we'll all be wishing him a happy birthday, of course. Look at that luck, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. You just came in a few minutes ago and have already been selected by the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. We talked about actually earlier in the stream today because Mary Katherine Loves Cats is our featured channel for today, and they gave props to Jesse Miller for introducing them into the Tuberchat family. Now, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, has been a friend of long over 3 years now, probably 3.5. But the thing about Jesse Miller is her support for me and for us has increased over the years, to the point now she gives an overwhelming amount of support to all of us. Not to mention I see her all over the place supporting other creators, but she is aggressively trying to help us on our music channel, accumulate watch hours. She's here in Tuberchat just about every stream. And she's posting frequently as well, usually several times a week, sometimes as much as several times a week. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More brings us a lot of subscription services. That's what she's best known for. Some of the unboxing videos are independent, but a lot of them are subscription services like we see They have subscription services for everything. You can get jewelry, you can get makeup, you can get comic books and pop figures and all kinds of like socks and seeds and plants, and there's just tons of stuff out there. They make a subscription box, like a something of the month club for everyone, right? And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More mixes these up on her channel. Then what she does in her shorts videos is features a lot of the products that she gets in those subscription boxes. There's jewelry right there, some snacks over here. She's got stationery in these, and beauty and bath products and things like that. She's also live streaming about once a month. So sometimes these come up as a surprise, but we've got our notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More as well lets us know she expects to premiere Sundays at 3, but like I said, some of them are pop-ups. And this creator is, like I said, just unbelievably supportive to those of us in the Tuberchat family and has been for a long time. And then Midlife Travels is here. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We see that Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is officially on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and we always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. Since she has passed 1,900, that puts her officially on the road to 2,000, another exciting milestone. And then Big Family Expedition is coming up. Actually, what we're going to do, we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with that channel. And yeah, Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is thinking about doing live streams once a month again, which is great. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Let's go. We'll come right back in 3.5 minutes. You guys are making me laugh in the chat talking about these nuts and the cookies. That was something that was just inspired by a channel we had on the screen there. But it's interesting to hear the different opinions people have. I thought there'd be a wider spread on that. I thought we'd be looking at like 30% to 70% or something like that. It's interesting to see. Me personally, I don't mind them. As long as somebody else is making them, I'm happy to have them. And Big Family Expedition is up here. This is a really interesting story for a channel because this is a large family, in my opinion, 6 kids, right? They had lived for a couple of years on the road. And then they settled back down for a little while, and now they're preparing to hit the road again. So you can read about that on their About page. I've just skimmed over it, to be honest with you. But they're also converting this bus into an RV. This is the second channel we've got on Tuberchat that's doing that as the focus of their channel. A lot of you will remember Hope Bus, which is also Canadian, only about a half an hour away from me in Niagara Falls, Ontario, where I went and met up with them and actually did a tour of their conversion, which is really, really cool. I was happy to have met up with them a couple of times, actually. Big Family Expedition is working on 600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone. They're posting frequently. Hopefully they'll get back to once a week. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 2,500, one over 10,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams, they've done one just over a week ago. Hopefully they'll do another one soon. And then Kristen Melinda, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And next up is the Numismaniac, another fellow Canadian known as the Skipper on his channel, and he's been a long time member as well. So actually Midlife Travels just renewed their membership, so I've got them to take the place of the Numismaniac on the wheel. I also added a few names. Matthew's Bushcraft is there, Fabric Studio, and Blessed to Crochet. I don't think we saw Blessed to Crochet yet, right? I know they've been very active in the chat, for which I'm grateful, but I've got their channel ready to go as well on the wheel, and we'll get back down to 5 or 6 names on the wheel, and then I'll add a couple more if we have them. We can stay quite a while longer if everybody would like to. And then I'll just remind everybody, if you haven't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuberchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We've got a separate channel set up where that music is running as a 24-hour live stream, which is a virtual nightclub, basically, where there's a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat. People trickle in and out of there all the time. And then there are link drops over there as well, and everybody's free to meet other creators the same way we do here in Tuberchat, virtually 24 hours a day. So the Numismaniac is a fellow Canadian, like I said, from Edmonton, Alberta, and what they are bringing us is a lot of talk about numismatic collectible coins. There is a big difference between numismatic collectible coins and precious metals when we think about those, and this is one of a large group of creators that can help us understand the difference. This is somebody who likes to bring fun and entertainment into the serious conversations that they have on the channel. Like I said, he's known as the Skipper. You'll see that in a moment when we get to the live streams. Some of the shorts have started to move, one over 1,600, and then live streams are frequent on the channel. He often has StreamYard panels with other creators. There's the Skipper right there. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Numismaniac. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Tuberchat for what I believe is getting on a couple years now. It might be over 2 years for the Numismaniac. And then thank you, Michael's Adventures. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be here, pardon me, for the full 3 hours today. We're usually here for at least 2.5 hours. But I usually get going faster through channels as the stream goes on as well. Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been for 3.5 years now. He's a dear friend, but he's here for every stream he can be, but his work schedule doesn't allow him to be here for a lot of our streams. Same reason I move the streams around all the time between family obligations, and I'm lucky enough to be able to work full time. I have to stream when I can, so that's why we move that's the biggest reason why we move them around. Phasio the King, Naruto Luffy Goku is here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So when we look at Phasio the King, Naruto Luffy Goku, we see that this creator is bringing us a lot of animation in their videos. Most of them are quite short. Occasionally they put one out that's a few minutes long. When we're connecting with creators here in Tuberchat, though, we always want to be looking for videos that are at least 3 minutes long. Only 1 out of like 1,000 channels has no videos over 3 minutes. If that's the case, though, my recommendation is to take one of the videos and use that to connect, and then put another couple of their very short videos into a playlist that you can just run after, like your watch later list or something like that. Phasio the King, Naruto Luffy Goku's got a brand new video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. That'll help me keep caught up with them. They post every single day, or close to it. And then shorts on the channel have started to move into 10,000, 11,000, even 13,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel as well are frequent, with a lot of video gameplay. They're playing this PS5 Genshin Impact. I hadn't seen that game before. That I know of until they started playing it, but they'll mix up the gameplay on their channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, and they're here with us just about every day as well. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Midlife Travels is going to come up. They just renewed their membership, and as a silver member we get to see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not they are here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Midlife Travels, we're going to see that they say they're addicted to cruising. I think anybody would be if they got on a cruise ship, for sure. And then they're going to bring us all over the world for different types of cruises. They've got a Carnival Jubilee video right here, and it's interesting to me. So, you know, I say this all the time, but I did work on a cruise ship once, forever ago. It was actually in 1996. For one summer, I worked for about 4 months, and loved it. So for the rest of my life, I've always told everybody, you know, we got to get onto a cruise whenever we can. For anybody that hasn't been on one, if you think you could stand it, you know, absolutely, because there's so much to do on top of the destinations. So I think it's just wonderful. Now, for a few years there, we weren't able to see as much travel and cruising content, and I'm sure everybody here knows what I'm talking about. So it's great that over the last year to year and a half, we've started to see an influx of cruising and travel channels again to be able to bring us a lot of this content. So Midlife Travels is bringing us quite a bit, actually. They've got some shorts over here as well that have gotten into 2,500, 2,700 views, even though they're bringing variety into their shorts like a lot of other creators are. And then hopefully we can push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're now working on. They've long locked in their 200 subscribers, which is great to see. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Matthew's Bushcraft is coming up. This is a fairly new channel, but they've been with us a few times in a row now. This is our 3rd or 4th time, I believe, coming into Superchat. And Matthew's Bushcraft is going to talk about survival skills that people of all ages can learn, which is great. They talk about preparedness on the channel. When we look at their content, they're putting out videos occasionally. My assumption is that they're going to step that up, but they've already locked in long over 100 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know they're thinking about right now. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 2,800 views and beyond, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Matthew's Bushcraft. They said learn survival skills with them, which is great to see. And they're going to show us quite a few different aspects of that as well. Including building a shelter and things like that, which is great. I happened to be a Boy Scout when I was a kid too. I wasn't a very good one. I got thrown out all the time. But we had a very mischievous troop of Boy Scouts. We used to do spectacularly well in competitions, but our behavior was just out of control. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you a true story just for a quick second again. I've told it many times before. But when I was in Boy Scouts, there was one competition camp that we went to, and I was only in there a few years, but we went to a competition camp, and we had 2 groups with us, so it must have been 5 of us in each group and a couple of adults to come along, and the other half of our troop burned their food down within the first half hour of being there. That's a true story. I don't know what one of the kids did, but he literally burned down their entire ration box. We had to split enough food for 10 people. What was it? Yeah, split enough food for 5 people between 10 of us for a few days or something like that. I'm sure we got some help from other troops and stuff like that, but you can imagine the look on everybody's face. They'd already heard we were disasters. But we used to win everything. We used to do spectacularly well at every event. Lots of our guys, I didn't chase badges the way a lot of people did, but a lot of our people had a lot of badges and stuff like that. We could start a fire in 2 seconds and, burn anything down that we wanted, basically. So Jonathan Sturgill is up on the screen right now. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us frequently. And Jonathan Sturgill is extremely knowledgeable in all things music. He's actually broken off into a second channel that we'll look at soon as well. He's going to bring us gear and instrument reviews. He's going to teach us how to play guitar at the same time. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos here, put it in my catch-up list. He does a great job on his About page of letting us know exactly what to expect, including comparisons, demonstrations, and reviews of all the gear and things he's talking about. When we get into shorts videos, we see that these have started to move into almost 1,000 views, which is great to see. Long monetized, of course, at 5,000 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards 5,100. And then when we look at his second channel, Product Scope, it's fairly new, so it takes us a second to find this one, but I'll put the handle in the chat if you want to copy and paste that out or type it out if you need to. And Product Scope is where he's going to bring us some more talk about music. Particularly, one of the things I've noticed on this channel, he's starting to describe what we're going to hear in music over the next 5 to 10 years, thinking about the new technologies and hardware, as well as the new AI systems that are doing things like cloning voices and working in music as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jonathan Sturgill and Product Scope. This is another creator who goes over and above to give us support here in the Tuberchat family. He's got 51 subscribers on this second channel. Huga Homestead is up on the wheel right now. And Crimson Skies I'm going to get on there. I don't think I've missed anybody. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all. I'll get you on there. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Bless to Crochet is coming up right now, and they've been very vibrant in the chat with us, for which I'm grateful, of course. They got 450 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 500 that we know that they're thinking about. They say the focus on their channel is connection and creativity. They'll talk about many different things. I'll leave it to you to read that. And when we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see that they've posted quite a bit of content here, typically once a week. We'll see if they're going to keep that up, close to it. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 9,000, even 10,000 views and beyond. And then live streams are something. They've got one scheduled tonight for 8 o'clock. So hopefully everybody will connect with them there. I'll try to catch that also. I've got the notification on, even though the notification bell is on for every channel. We always set notifications for everything we see. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Blessed to Crochet is with us just about every day lately as well. Huga Homestead, a longtime friend now of what I believe is got to be it's well over 2 years, I think. They're one of the very first homesteading channels to have come into the Tuberchat family. And I think it's actually getting on, 2.5 years ago. It could be closer to 3 by now. Tuberchat's been here for 4 years. Next week's our 4-year anniversary, of course. And then, clever planning if I could get the shirts to match. So Michael's Adventures, I'm going to re-record those pieces, but I'll use just a different camera angle so it looks a little bit better. I thought about that. I was going to wear black shirts. I happen to be wearing a black one right now. I switched to polos a while ago. Of course, I was wearing t-shirts for a long, long time. But I'm most comfortable in, well, everybody's most comfortable in t-shirts, I'm sure, but I'm most comfortable when I'm working and things like that in polos. But I don't know if wearing the same shirt every single day is the right idea or not. I'm still working on that. You can see my office is a work in progress. You can see my green tape on the wall. I've got stuff to hang here. And you can see all the stuff disappear when I switch those screens. But Kristen gave me something a while ago. I'm an advocate for vinyl records. I used to be a DJ like forever, and I still have all my records. But I still buy once in a while. Those are frames to go on the wall, and I've actually got 6 of them. So I've been like reading articles and watching videos on how to hang art properly, how to space it properly, where's the right place on the wall. Because I like things to look neat and tidy. I'm not the neatest, tidiest person in the world, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I aspire to become better as I get older, and I want, everything to look nice, right? So anyway, so I put tape on the wall. I've already made a mistake. I haven't drilled into anything yet, but I'll do that kind of thing soon. But I'll likely switch up the cameras, and my office is almost finished. Once it's 100% done, which is taking forever, then I'll give a more behind-the-scenes look, put the screens up the way I have it so everybody can see exactly what on earth I'm doing here. But it's like one step at a time, right? I have a tendency to go overboard, and I don't want to make mistakes. They always happen when you rush, I find. Product scope is not about music. Pardon me, Jonathan Sturgill. I keep saying that product scope is about music, but I am mistaken. It must have been on his Jonathan Sturgill channel that I saw the video that I keep talking about that's got, I think, 10 different things that talk about the future of music. And then on the product scope channel is where the AI systems have been. So forgive me for that. I'm going to go through that at some point, Jonathan Sturgill, and do hopefully a better job of promoting the channel. I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it to be promoted. It takes a little bit of time to get to know content on channels. That's what I'll use for an excuse. But I'll try to make that a point, actually. I'm going to make a note for myself right now. And for anybody, if you hear me making mistakes about your channel, please don't be shy to let me know. You don't have to do it in the chat. You can if you want to. Or you can reach out to me on another social network as well and then just correct me, because I don't want to make the mistake over and over again. I want to, everybody gets the best value by being promoted properly here. Let's go one more time for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Hugo Homestead. All right, we're back and looking at Huga Homestead as well. I see Cabaret Gaming's in the house. Sherry Habing, who's brand new to Tuberchat today, has been added to the wheel. And I'm going to move it through a few more channels. You saw that I dropped a link for our copyright-free music channel there. Everybody's free to go over there whenever you would like. And we will... all raid over there together right after Tuberchat. I'll leave this stream running for an extra 3 minutes like I always do so that we can clean up our connections here. But everybody can continue connecting the same way we do here in the music channel when you get over there. Cabaret Gaming is on the wheel. They're a longtime friend as well. I think they've been with us for 3.5 years. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thanks for the share, by the way. Huga Homestead is up on the screen right now. One of the first homesteading channels to come through the Tuberchat family in what must be 2.5 years ago now. 711 subscribers. They're homesteading in the Midwest U.S. Gardening, rabbits, chickens, canning, prepping, simple life, cooking, and friendly talk. And sometimes they bring us into their home as well. And have conversation. You'll see that in the other videos here. Especially, I'll look at shorts for a moment. We see these have gotten into 1,500 and 1,600 views. And then live streams as well. And they're getting involved with other creators as well. I was just on Vase Place this morning again. Huga Homestead, like I said, is a longtime friend, but they also on their About section give us some information before we even get into the channel. We get an opportunity to learn something. Huga means cozy, peaceful home in Danish. And you get that idea as soon as you catch them. I can't remember what it was for. I keep saying it was a live stream, but it must have been a premiere quite some time ago where they were home kind of sitting on the couch talking and giving us some insight there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Huga Homestead. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and I have seen them out for the last couple of years supporting all kinds of other creators as well. Duchess of Darkness, good to see you in the house still. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. We're spinning and we'll get to Sherry Habing, a brand new channel in the chat today. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Sherry Habing is up on the screen right now with 776 subscribers. And this is a channel that says they're creating art for fun. So I'll look forward to getting to know it. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest junk journal videos. I'll put that into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Pardon me. I meant to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Next up is Fairbrick Studio, and this is a creator who has generously helped both myself and us by supporting a lot of creators in non-traditional ways. So one of the things that this creator started with is Lego stop motion videos, but I also noticed after they came into the Tuberchat family, they were playing this Lego tower game, and I'd played the original version of that many times before, but I see that this Lego version has come up, and they sent over a lot of help, actually. I was playing that for a couple months. I switched tablets and haven't put it on another one. I got a tablet for Christmas, so I haven't switched switched it over. But Fairbrick Studio, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're posting frequently. I'm going to grab that Lego Tower video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They also do a lot of channel shout-outs, lots of familiar faces there, similar to what we do here in Tuberchat, but in video format. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well at 15,000, 16,000 views on a couple of these. They do a lot of mobile gameplay as well. They introduce us to a few different types of games on their channel, and they do some Lego building as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio. They're here with us just about every day. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Michael's Adventures and I have known each other now for what I believe is long beyond 3.5 years. Him and Scratch and PPA have been with us since the beginning of Tuberchat. It was pretty close anyway, within the first 30 or 40 episodes between them, maybe even less. But Michael's Adventures and I share. Well, I don't know how Michael's Adventures actually feels about the band America. It's one of my favorites of all time, and it's weird because I can't truly say I'm crazy about them. I listen to quite a bit of their stuff often, but it's not typical for the rest of the stuff that I listen to. Some of it has to do with nostalgia, because growing up I would hear some of their stuff. America's a popular band. If you don't know who I'm talking about, as soon as you heard it, you'd probably recognize a couple of songs. They've been featured in video games and likely television shows and movies and things like that. But we've had many conversations over the years, because Michael's Adventures gives us an overwhelming amount of help on our music channel as well as here in Tuberchat, and most of our moderators here are with me on my personal channel when I stream and things like that as well, which I'm going to do after Tuberchat. I got to pack up and get ready to go, but I'll probably go early as soon as I can get on the road. 24th episode. I think that's where Michael's Adventures was featured, which means they might have been with us before that, but I could be mistaken. Design with Emma, good to see you in the house today. With Nikki, I know they were over on the music channel as well. I had a peek when we were on break there. I've got you on our Wheel of Doom, and I'll spin again in another moment. Design with Emma's been added. They're a longtime friend also. Yeah, Horse with No Name is probably, in my opinion, their best known song. I like the song You Can Do Magic, which is a little bit later. It's more of a poppy track for them. Ventura Highway, something that I really like. But Horse with No Name was featured in, I think it was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But for the life of me, I can't remember which one. One of the Grand Theft Autos. Could have been Grand Theft Auto 5, whatever. Duchess of Darkness is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator that wants to narrate the stories of our nightmares. They read horror, true scary stories, no sleep Reddit ideas, paranormal, creepy, true crime, and occasional poetry on the channel. I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Shorts on the channel have started to move. These have gotten into 400, almost 500, and even 600 views and beyond. And Duchess of Darkness is here with us frequently in Tuberchat and has been a friend for quite some time. I can't remember for the life of me how long you've been with the Tuberchat family. I'm not sure if it's just months or even a year already, and forgive me if I'm mistaken. Oh, I see. Michael's Adventures, yes, came to us. See, it's interesting, because I remember that there was a small amount of time at the beginning of Tuberchat where things were a little bit different. And it took time to get to know some of the people who have been so unbelievably supportive and are now moderators, right? And there's a lot more people in the Tuberchat family that could be considered, for ideas of moderators and things like that. I've only added one each year for the last 2 years because it's just not necessary. First of all, our moderators are all very seasoned at what they do, and they moderate on other channels, of course. They've all been with me for at least 2.5 years, if not 3.5 or longer. And then YouTube's given us a couple of tools as well. We can get the robots to help with things like I don't have to ask Pete and Michael to remind everybody to follow us on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's really not that important. We have it available if people want it. But, you don't want your moderators bogged down with moderating duties all the time. That way they're not you know, a lot of people who offer to moderate on channels are happy to help when the help is needed. And, you know, these creators do other things, though. Things that often go unsaid, like making people feel welcome, especially here in Tuberchat. You know, I say it all the time, and I know lots of people will give a lot of props to their moderators, but I think we can all agree, if you've been here for any amount of time, Tuberchat would not be what it is if it wasn't for our moderators, because of the culture that they have helped create in the chat. The idea behind the generosity that we think about, the forwardness about wanting to support other creators and help each other and actually wishing well for each other. Yes, Michael's Adventures, his favorite song is Sister Golden Hair. Most people recognize that as soon as it starts because the riff at the beginning of that track is there. But I was so happy. One of the records I plan to hang on the wall is my 50th anniversary. It's like the best of America. I ran out and bought it because of a conversation that I had with Michael's Adventures. I did not realize that America sang the song You Can Do Magic. I just remember that song as a kid when my parents used to, like, when we used to go on like little road trips or whatever, and my dad had a cassette tape that I used to love listening to. I think it was called Double Gold, but I forget. I have it. I have a vinyl record copy of it now, but it has whatever it was called. That song was on it, and I used to love that song. Our conversation led me to realize that that song was sung by America, and then I went out and spent $50 on a record because I had to have another copy of that song. But I'm happy to have it, and and then. Sweet Melissa, good to see you in the house. Wheat's Art, good to have you here. That's Wheat and Shaw with another channel. Design with Emma, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, so we'll look at that channel next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Cabarar Gaming, we see somebody who's also been with us for about 3.5 years. This creator's got a second channel we'll look at in a moment. They do quite a bit of Grand Theft Auto as well as many other games. They post every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I'm just going to grab their latest Italian job video, put that in my catch-up list. They're difficult to keep up with, but they're doing well at over 3,100 subscribers. And then they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They mix up a lot of popular video game titles, but they're doing really well with shorts. I think this is an example of shorts doing well because they relate to the long-form content. 15,000, 45,000, 62,000 on a few of these videos, or on shorts videos, and then live streams. They live stream almost every day, and they play a bunch of different games. You see that as we go through a lot of the thumbnails. I've caught them many, many, many times before. There's a Stock Explorer right now. I just, on the break, liked their picture from Facebook. They were at the beach today. They came in early to let us know, so thank you for that. The Stock Explorer, I've got them on the wheel because they happen to be a member and a moderator. I'm going to start trying to move it through channels now a little bit faster. Design with Emma's coming up. They're going to talk to us about interior design, but they go much farther by taking us shopping and showing us where we're going to find ideas that don't have to necessarily break the budget either to achieve the look that we're aiming for, if we want to put it that way. They've got quite a few different aspects to their interior design on their channel, but like I said, they also take us shopping, even to places like Dollar Tree or a dollar store, right? Shorts on the channel bring pure variety, like a lot of creators do. Some related to their long-form content, some not as much, but 17,000, 22,000, 33,000 on a few of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. So she's got one coming up in a couple of weeks, doing an outdoor living series and a giveaway with that as well. So that'll be cool to see. Working on 2,300 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Design with Emma. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. She's done that many times before. Sweet Melissa's coming up right now. This is a creator that lets us know she's a part of a lot of product testing. How does she put it again? Pardon me. I'm trying to remember the words off the About page here. Product review and product testing websites. And this creator brings us a lot of what they review and test on their channel and their videos. So they got a brand new one. I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with them. And then when we look at Sweet Melissa, we can dig through the thumbnails. We get an idea of a lot of the different types of products that they find in these product testing and review product boxes, if we want to put it that way. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,100, and now they've got another one. Wow, they got to be excited about this shorts video because they've gotten 7,000 views on this. So up until the last time we saw this their shorts videos, this one at 2,100 was their best performing, but they got another one here now that has really surpassed that and is flying, which is great to see. So Sweet Melissa has 143 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen in a second here. Irish Train Guy has been with us, and I think this is the first time they've been with Tuberchat. Forgive me for missing that, because I know I mentioned it earlier, and I didn't catch if you said that or not. Irish Train Guy, I feel like I recognize them, though. Maybe I'm mistaken. 15 subscribers right now on a fairly new channel, and we don't watch videos or subscribe while we live stream here, but what I'm going to do is take your video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full, leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up and subscribe. Put your notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Let's do one more break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with the Stock Explorer. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And we're back looking at the Stock Explorer. So I'm really going to rifle through these channels. I want to try to get to everybody if we can. Crimson Skies today with Nikki, Wheats Art, Mom of 4 Boys, and Hot Damn Elaine, and Dot Crafting and Chatting. So the Stock Explorer is a member and a moderator here. This is Nora. They were at the beach today, so thanks for letting us know that. The Stock Explorer is somebody who's an extremely hard worker. They're working on all kinds of stuff all the time. But as well, the Stock Explorer wants to help us with the ideas behind investing in the stock market and crypto markets. They bring these things to us in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. And when they, when they bring us talk about the stock market and crypto markets, they do it, with video shorts and live streams. Everything from beginner to beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Nora often has product in hand. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream. And then, yeah, so if you're using a different account, Blessed to Crochet, you might be able to get some watch hours. But here's the thing, even when I say that the YouTube algorithm and recommendation engine are smarter than we think they are, they're smarter than we think they are. So there's a lot of things out there, like, for instance, the IP address, where they know that you're running multiple devices or multiple accounts from the same area. Even when we use things like VPNs, you have to really know what you're doing with VPNs and things like that to know whether that's going to make a difference. But you might be able to get a few watch hours by going through the content on another account, but clearing the history will not help. We know that it takes about a year now for those red lines to disappear. You see them every time I'm pulling channels up on Tuberchat. Doesn't happen with the shorts, but like, look at the Stock Explorer, all these red lines, because I've seen so much of their content. We'll see the same thing when we get into their live streams. Every time I've either caught them or let a stream run, those red lines are there. I just don't bother clearing them. Right? We have channels getting monetized faster than ever before. So I'm not saying it's easier or easy. It's just easier than it ever was, let's just say. There's lots of people here willing to swap playlists and run things with you, but there's lots of people willing to swap playlists and run playlists for you. But I believe it takes as much mental energy and time to try to find a way to get more watch hours for the things that you're doing than it would be just to find a new friend and offer to swap playlists with them. Lisa J. Stock, still in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. I always put channels on the wheel based on how actively engaged they are in the chat during the course of the stream. And then, so let me rifle through these channels now. The Stock Explorer's got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 2,600, 3,800 views. The Stock Explorer brings variety into their shorts like most creators. One of them now, over 10,000 views, which is great to see. Like I said, they're monetized. They're here as a member and a moderator. They do a lot of live streaming, but they've really expanded the content on the channel over the last year. They do a lot of lottery ticket scratch battles with other creators. Collaborating is a great way to grow your channel. They've also got charts and graphs for us to see when they are talking stocks or crypto on a live stream. And they have friendly conversations as well. I joined them on their channel a couple of years ago, or was it last year? Last year for a conversation of a couple of hours about YouTube, for instance. Now, the Stock Explorer, like I said, is here as a member and a moderator. Every moderator on this channel is longtime dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your channel in the same way we do here. Now, forgive me, I know I'm talking very, very fast, so forgive me. I may not be describing things the way that I wish to, especially especially when it comes to those watch hours and things like that. Tropical Buzz is another channel from the Stock Explorer. You see Nora right there and right there. Great idea for them to have featured their other channel on their front page so we can find it easily. That's a good hint right there. And then videos on this channel are where they're going to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they will bring us themselves, and they happen to be in Florida. And they've got some shorts over here as well that have gotten well over 600, almost 700 views. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. And the Stock Explorer is another dear friend, somebody who I can tell you through my friendship with them personally over the last 3 years, they really care very much about the YouTube journey and those of us in the Tuberchat family. And then thank you, I am Betty J. Gathers. Crimson Skies is somebody who's fairly new to Tuberchat, but I've actually known this creator for a long time on another channel that I run for another creator, but it's great to have them here in the Tuberchat family now. They support on all of my channels. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They're just playing around with some editing, some footage, which is great to see. And then shorts on their channel as well. I've got a lot of dash cam footage here. One of them at 6,000 views, one at 8,000, which is great to see. So some of these have done really well, which is fantastic. And then live streams on the channel where they're doing a lot of video gameplay, and hopefully everybody will connect with them. They seem to be on at least once a week. They got 105 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know they must be thinking about. And then, yes, Michael's Adventure. So here's an example. Let me get another channel up on the screen. Let me go back to the Stock Explorer for a quick second here. I'm just going to show you something. What Michael's Adventures is likely describing is something that most of us do here in the Tuberchat family if we've been here for a while. Once you've been on YouTube for a while and doing this where we connect with each other and help each other, what you'll find is that most creators on their homepage have got a section here that says videos. You can click the play all and basically just run, I don't know if it's 100 videos or what it is, all in order regardless of playlists. So that's what somebody like Michael's Adventures will do often to help creators. I do the same thing. That's actually the truth about what I'm doing on the screen behind me there. I got 4 creators running and I just hit the play everything and it just is running through as if they're playlists, right? That way while we're here in Tuberchat, the playlists don't stop while we're streaming, let's just say. Not that it matters, but you know what I mean. So, Hot Damn Elaine and Dot, Crafting and Chatting is here. There's a channel I'm still getting to know. They're crafting, chatting, laughing, and relaxing. We can make some friends on their channel. They've got a video here from a few months ago, and then they're live streaming frequently. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. They seem to be on every couple of days. So lots of StreamYard friends on there, which is great to see, and we'd love to push them towards the 500 subscribers we know they're thinking about. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And thank you for that. I am Betty J. Gathers. Yeah, lots of us just let people's live streams run, whether you could be there or not. Or like, for instance, I'll come into a live stream if I'm working on a computer while I'm watching or listening and I have to step away. I'll just let the thing run right out. If you can leave a device on, let's just say. Big Boy Snacks, Johnny TV, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Wheat's Art is up on the screen. I don't know why I keep forgetting when we look at Scratch and PPA's channel. He does a great trick with his playlists, and what he does is for every playlist on the channel that's related to the content, he still puts a time in there to let you know if the playlist is 3 hours or 5 hours or however long they are, so that you know what you want to run while you're making the arrangement with him. And a simple Google search for YouTube playlist length will give you a couple of tools where you can just put in a URL for a playlist and it'll tell you how long it is. Wheat's Art is here. This is Wheat and Shaw with another channel. This is where they're bringing us art. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with them or keep caught up with them. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 600 and 700 views and beyond. 63 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards that first 100, and Wheat and Shaw is where we know this creator, they bring more variety over here along with their artwork and collections. They talk about food and other things as well. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. They've got some shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 4,000 and 5,000 views. And then they've got live streams on the channel as well. They seem to be on a couple of times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Wheat's Art and Wheat and Shaw. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She's another longtime friend of about 3.5 years. Lisa J. Stocks is coming up, another creator that wants to help us with investing. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So I'm just dropping a link again for our copyright-free music channel. There's a virtual nightclub going over there. The stream runs almost 24 hours a day. Everybody can continue connecting the same way we do here. When we looked at Lisa J. Stocks, we see Prez the Investor there as well. This is where I was introduced to that creator. They're now here with us just about every day in Superchat as well. Lisa J. Stocks is posting frequently, and they are going to talk to us about the technical aspects of investing, but they also do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They talk about it. They talk about things like dollar cost averaging, the power of compound interest. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolio, their own stock and investment plays. Doesn't have to be individual stocks. They talk about ETFs over here as well, exchange-traded funds and other things. They want to talk about building wealth. Building wealth and staying out of debt, as well as helping us find the money by saving that we can therefore turn around and invest. They got some shorts here that have gotten into 5,700 and 7,500 views, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent. They got Prez up there again. Sometimes Lisa J. Stocks is by herself, but she also keeps up with a lot of the popular companies that are, we might consider blue chips, so that we know what to expect based on the news about how some of these stocks might perform. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Next up is Mama 4 Boys. We're going to find a lot of delicious looking content on this channel. There's another channel now called Mom 2 4 Boys, but we need Mom of 4 Boys. Here it is. They got a new banner, new avatar. But when we dig through the content, they got quite a few videos for me to catch up with. But as I dig through a little bit, you're going to find a lot of this delicious looking content. One of the things that I've always talked about with cooking videos or cooking channels here in the Tuberchat family is that I like the real world look that we get at what people are actually making in their homes. Very different from a television show with unlimited pantries and, you know, the world's greatest ranges and other equipment and things like that. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them a little bit. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 1,600 and 1,700 views. Another look at a lot of these traditional meals. A lot of this hits home for me because it reminds me of things I've been eating my whole life, actually. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Mama 4 Boys and push them towards the 1,600 subscribers they're thinking about. They've been friends of ours for at least a couple of years as well. The Servant David show's in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel right away as soon as we see them in the chat. And we will look at spinning the wheel to see who's next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. Big ups to you as well. Thanks for being here. They're another longtime friend. The Servant David show is coming up. This creator wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. And you'll get that idea both in videos, but especially in live streams, which we'll look at in a second here. The Servant David show's been with us a long time as well, and obviously doing very well. When we get into their shorts videos, we see they've gotten into 4,000, 5,000, even 17,000 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're live frequently. They seem to be on at least every day, multiple times a day. Like I said, more than anything else, they're going to inspire us in a spiritual way on this channel, and they're another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I just dropped a link again for that raid. Anybody can hop over there anytime. I'll leave this stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that everybody can clean up their connections here, but you're free to continue meeting creators over in our copyright-free music channel. There's a virtual nightclub going on over there. The stream runs almost 24 hours a day. There's a video game in the chat, and we do link drops over there as well. We're going to look at another channel that I think is brand new to Tuberchat today with Nikki and see what they've got going on. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here in Superchat. Thank you to our moderators. I've said it many times, but you know, this couldn't be what it is without their help, and they make it so much easier on me to be able to get through 3 hours of this a few times a week. And then we expect to be back on Monday. I just posted those streams for Monday and probably Wednesday. We won't move them unless we absolutely have to, but the 4-year anniversary of Tuberchat is coming up next week as well. And again, thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Now, today with Nikki's brand new. We don't watch videos or subscribe while we live stream here. What I'm going to do though is take their latest video, put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well so they don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you again, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.